Hey guys, it's me, 1239 here, and I'm here to give you guys my Season 3 predictions video part 2. Yeah, I decided to do this because we need to make dough somehow, and my first predictions video for Season 3 has gotten more than 3,000 views, I believe. It's doing well, and I like that. So, I decided to do another one. I feel like I probably will do one maybe once a month because there are new things that are coming out every week or so, and I just want to keep you guys up to date with everything that is going on. Now, with that being said, let's get into some theories and predictions for Season 3. The first thing that I'm going to do is read some theories from this comment. I got a comment a few weeks ago from this username, ColdHeart Angel, also known as Catherine, I believe. Catherine, I love you so much. If you watch this, I hope you do. You asked me to do a video about theories and to let you guys know about my thoughts on them. Catherine has been a supporter of mine for quite a while now, ever since I started making Anne videos, and I really appreciate that. And I thought she brought up some interesting points, and we're going to talk about them now. Also, I made a video about a year ago titled Billy Likes Anne, I think. So that video was actually inspired by a comment that ColdHeart Angel had written, Catherine, and I just basically read off the comments and gave my thoughts, so that's basically what we're gonna do right now. Alright, hey Mimi, sorry I'm writing to you at a bad time, but I was wondering if you're going to post any video theories about Anne with an E before Season 3 comes out. I completely understand that you're super busy, but if you happen to have some free time, I would love if you could share your opinions. I have some theories in mind. So now that I'm not busy with school, I'm good, we're done this year. Now we can focus on theories. Theory number 1. Billy's pals still don't have any names, so naturally it raises a lot of questions. Is it possible that one of them could be Fred Wright, aka Diana's future husband? The book description seems to match one of them pretty well. Now, I don't know who it is. Is it either Billy pal number 1, who, as we all know, is Kyle, or Billy pal number 2, who, as we all know, is Damon? That's an interesting theory because they haven't been given names yet. They could be anyone, basically. No one has ever said anything directly to them, I think it's a plausible theory. It could happen in Season 3, we don't know. That would be kind of cool though. We wonder when Fred is gonna get introduced, but we never really consider that he might already be in the show. I don't know. And also, they kind of did that with Cole, except Cole wasn't actually in Season 1. They kind of just brought him in, said that he was one of them already, and he just grew taller and looked different in Season 2, so yeah. But I would like if something like that were to happen. It would be an interesting twist. Alright. Theory number 2. Do you think Anne's biological parents will be mentioned? If I read correctly, they were both teachers, and remarkable teachers at that. Apparently, when they died, the school board put up a tombstone to them as a reward for faithful service. Maybe someone who knew Anne's parents really well will visit Avonlea to perhaps give her a little bit more insight about her parents. I was also wondering if people are going to view Anne a bit differently now, knowing that her parents were highly educated, and Anne wasn't exactly from poor background. Don't get me wrong, her parents weren't filthy rich either. Josie's reaction to that revelation would be hilarious. Now, I have this theory. I don't know why. I honestly don't know why. But I might as well just talk about it right now. I was actually going to talk about this in this video anyway, about Anne's parents and how they might be mentioned in the show. So, this also has to do with the picture that I'm going to talk about later as well. So they are actually going to bring in, or mention, not bring in, but maybe flashbacks, you never know. That would be kind of cool. I don't know. I don't think we've ever gotten flashbacks of Anne's parents except for like in this one movie of the 80s version, the 4th movie that no one ever mentions or talks about. I would love to do a video on that though. I haven't watched it though, but I gotta watch it. But anyway, so I'm gonna read the description of Season 3. I haven't read this yet, and I did like hear about this, and some people have talked about it, like give their opinions and stuff, because of the fact that it's not really in the first book, but it's like kind of mentioned later on, like in book 4 or 5 I think, about Anne's parents and stuff, but not really this early on, I believe. Still reading book 1. The synopsis that I haven't read yet to you guys. As the world of Avonlea continues to expand, Anne turns 16, a momentous occasion which cements her desire to discover more about her birth parents and family history. But this new quest isn't comfortable to everyone, as Matthew and Marilla grapple with the fact that Anne may have a life outside of Green Gables. Anne's parents, they were teachers, and as Catherine said, they were loved by their community. Okay, so the theory I have, I guess I'll just bring this in, is that either Miss Stacy is going to turn out to be, I don't know, Anne's mother? Okay. or Miss Stacy is going to be somehow affiliated with Anne's parents because she is a teacher and they were teachers. She might have known them, or she might have heard of them, and she might be able to tell Anne more about them. I think there was a line, there might have been a line in the show where it was in episode 9, and that episode's a blur to me, but she said we might have been separated at birth. Okay, I gotta find it. I'll put it after this.
Let's start with...
It's like we were separated at birth.
Or else I'm just making things up from episode 9. I don't know how I would feel about it though if Miss Stacy was in fact Anne's mother or biological mother. You know what I mean? It would just be a very big twist. I don't know. I would like to see Anne's parents be influences that were never able to be present in her life for that long. I would prefer that rather than have this like soap opera twist to the story, if you know what I mean. But they definitely will be mentioned in season 3, which is interesting. Okay, that was my theory. Yeah, okay. And then there's something else I'm going to talk about later that has to do with a photo and this theory. Okay, let's move on. Theory 3, since we are still talking about family, do you think Michael Cuthbert is going to be mentioned? I was thinking long and hard about this and I came up with another theory. What if Michael never died and left Green Gables voluntarily? Don't get me wrong, flashbacks with him show that he was an amazing brother who really cared for his siblings. When he comforted little Matthew, I was so touched. Me too. But what happened when their mother was sick? When Matthew asked Marilla what happened to their mother, Marilla replied that she got worse because Michael is no longer with them, or something along those lines. Was she sick beforehand? What if Michael felt that he was carrying a huge burden on his shoulders? I presume that his father died, his mother was possibly sick, and he also had to take care of Marilla and Matthew. What if he left them because he felt overwhelmed? Then maybe Marilla was ashamed of the fact that their brother left them, decided that he was dead to her, metaphorically speaking. So now everyone thinks that Michael is dead, besides Marilla, of course. Do you remember her slip when she had a headache and called Matthew Michael instead? I would love to hear your thoughts about that. I hope uni is treating you well and you're not overworking yourself. Thank you so much. Catherine, that means so much to me. I hope I did well in uni, but thank you so much. I'm done. I'm glad I'm done with that for right now. But yeah, let's get into this theory. So Michael might not be dead. Maybe he's still alive. You never know. I always just pictured him dying from like a fever or like a disease or something like that, because that's very common in those times, especially because of the lack of medicinal support, I guess, in their community. They never specified what he died of. They're very ambiguous when it comes to that, so that's why I think it's still valid. We're still open to any theory. I mean, I really do like Michael. I hope that they bring him up more if they're able to clarify what they meant by him dying, like how did he die. I do like that storyline though, of their loss and their grief carrying with them throughout the years and them still being affected by it, because I feel like that is pretty realistic. Grief and loss isn't something that is easy to overcome, and you can obviously tell that the Cuthberts have gone through a very tremendous loss emotionally and financially, you know, with their mom as well. Their mom could barely take care of them anymore, and so Marilla had to, you know, come in and basically raise Matthew. I really like that scene where they're talking and Matthew says we all lost Michael, but that Marilla took care of him. And yeah, like I love that scene. It was very touching to see that sibling bond, because when loss is something very prominent in your life, like a family loss, you know, it doesn't just affect one person, it affects the entire family. Anyway, it could be possible. But I really enjoyed these theories. Thank you so much to Catherine for suggesting them. Thank you for giving me content. We need content here. Anyway, so we're gonna move on to the next 2 things that I'm gonna talk about, and those have to do with pictures that have come out recently, behind the scenes and stuff. Let me get my phone. So this picture, I'm gonna put it right here, was taken by Anne the series _ This girl had apparently went to see the cast film, the cast meaning Corey, Amy Beth, and Lucas film, at Aunt Josephine Barry's house. From what I know, she watched them film the scene where Anne and Cole like reunite. For some reason Gilbert is there. I don't know why. There can be like many possibilities of why he like came with her. Maybe Marilla decided that Anne needed to go with someone and Jerry wasn't available, or maybe Gilbert has another reason for going, like his own personal reason for going to visit them. Maybe it might have to do with Billy. I don't know. The scene was filmed around like a week or 2 ago, and then there's like another photo over here that is from the same scene and it's Gilbert, and his pants are that. It's interesting to see them wear like different wardrobe, because we're so used to them, you know, wearing the wardrobe that we've seen them in season 1 and season 2, but to see them in, I don't know, more mature clothes, if that's the right term, I don't know. Like if I zoom in here, apparently this is Anne, and she doesn't look like she has like her long braids here, but she apparently does. Her wardrobe, like her skirt is green, and as I said, like Gilbert's Yeah. And then Cole, he's also dressed a little bit differently in this scene. It's so weird to see them so grown up, you know? I mean, I just wanted to mention their wardrobe because of the fact that they look so much more mature in this. So yeah, credit to and the series _ for these pictures. Thank you so much for being our spy for taking these pictures. Last thing I'm going to talk about. Recently, there has been a picture, like a behind the scenes picture that has been posted, and it's basically Anne and Marilla and Matthew, I guess, right next to them in the, you know, carriage. And it looks like they're going to church or something like that. But the interesting thing about this photo is the fact that Anne is wearing this like blue coat that we've never seen before. The thing that I noticed when I first saw this picture, it seems like Anne is inspired by Miss Stacy. That's where my mind went when I saw this. I don't know, it might be, it might not be, but I feel like there is going to be a very special connection between Anne and Miss Stacy in this season, despite, you know, the fact that Anne is inspired to be a teacher because of her, and the fact that it looks like she's dressing similarly to her. And then this also, what I was talking about before about Anne and Miss Stacy might be somehow related or have a connection because of the parents, or the fact that Miss Stacy might be Anne's mother. Oh my god, imagine that's like the series, not the series finale, but like the season finale is the fact that Miss Stacy and Anne find out that they're mother and daughter. You never know. Okay. And then my friend Fly, who on Instagram is known as Flitty Flea Fly, she found a passage in the book, I think the first book, where it is mentioned that Anne gets a new blue coat, and so that might have to do with what they're doing in the show. So I'm gonna read out the passage. But Matthew said, "I must have a new coat." So Marilla bought a lovely piece of blue broadcloth, and it's being made by a real dressmaker over at Carmody. I think it's Carmody, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but I've been like researching a lot about it because it actually is pretty relevant in the first book and like in, you know, future books of Anne. That's where Anne gets her puff sleeve dress, which is really cool. Anyway, so yeah, that's basically all we have for today. It's good that they're sticking to some parts of the book because it's like the small details that people that have read the books and like me can really appreciate. And yeah, that's literally all I have to say. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I've talked for so long, so I really hope that you guys enjoy this, and I'll make another video hopefully next month when we have more information and stuff about season 3. And yeah, I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for always watching. Mwah. I hope you guys have a really nice day or night, whatever time you guys are watching this. Knock on wood for Selma. Follow me on all my social media accounts. They should be appearing on the screen right now, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye. Mwah.